Yeah, so you're saying consciousness manifests and becomes more and more form, right? Goes more and more into form. The departure from formlessness into form, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay. But I think there are a couple of points here, and you really hit upon it. What is the most interesting, I think, is the separation issue.
Yeah.
Yeah? That's the key. The question is beautiful because you're asking about universality, basically. And you're asking about separation. And you're asking about embodiment, I think.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And so, full-blown awakening or self-realization is where the awareness field is universal 24/7. That's all. In your awareness field, unboundedness is stabilized. It's permanent. It doesn't fluctuate anymore.
Mm.
And the way you get from point A, which is, in the Hindu tradition, they would say ignorance, right?
Mm.
Or in Buddhism, you would say the dream, the illusory nature of life, the dream of suffering that the Buddha talked about. The way you get from point A to point B, which is nirvana, which is stabilized unboundedness in the awareness field, is by eliminating all separation. Now just sit with that for a moment and don't comment. It's by eliminating all separation. And let's bring that down into very concrete terms. So Deborah stepped forward with a process. And you could view that, we could view that by saying she was separating herself from life, from her daughter, the way it was manifesting, from her grandson. I mean, it's happening on a physical level, but she's now emotionally separating herself because she's in reaction. So she's holding something separate. All of us do, all the time. We hold things separate that frighten us, that irritate us, depends on what layer of the process we're in. We hold ourselves separate from the universe, from our own universality. We put up barriers. That's what an egoic structure is. It's one complex, multifaceted barrier between the embodiment and our own universality. And this experiment in consciousness on planet Earth is all about combining the two and seeing what happens in the petri dish. Can an embodiment, can someone with a physical body, a mental body, an emotional body, a psychic body, an occult body, all the bodies, the subtle physical body, the astral body, can you put life, can you put universality into embodiment and have it realize its own intrinsic nature? And its own intrinsic nature is universal by design. But on the pathway from point A to point B, we separate ourselves from that. That's just the human experience. It's the play. It's the game of life on planet Earth. And so the real question is, it really has nothing to do with you being enchanted by form. Go with what you're enchanted with. If it is enticing to bring things into form, right? And men are very, very good at this. The masculine is really wired for this, for implementation and creation and bringing things into manifestation and monitoring them. And they love that. The masculine loves that. And if that's the love and if that's the draw, follow that. But there's something deeper. There's some deeper question. And it has nothing to do with formlessness moving into form, taking form. has nothing to do with the process of manifestation. That's perfectly natural. That comes with the package of embodiment, the ability to tap into alternate dimensions and feel a resonance and gravitate towards the resonance and say, I'm going to bring that out into the physical and build a building or draw an architectural plan or create a piece of art or sing a song. That's perfectly natural. But the whole formlessness thing is non-attachment to form. The problem is we're attached to form. We cling to form. We're afraid to let go of form. We're terrorized that if we let go of the form, we will fall into nothingness. And that's exactly right. We will. We will fall back into the nothingness, the formlessness of our own universality. And so it's a dance that gets danced as we progress on the spiritual path, our level of comfort with formlessness, with being nothing. It's an acclimation process that takes time. It has to be gradual. You have to acclimate little by little to more and more universality.